Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the 24th review of the Euro Snus playlist. That playlist and another video from it will pop up on screen in the last 20 seconds of this video. So for this, we will be taking a look at a product from a fairly new line. This is the Moose Major Wintergreen. This review is thanks to the person that funded it, and that person is Mr. Greg Lammer. So if you see him in the comment section, tell him thanks. Mr. Lammers, from me, as always, thank you. As for in the description, there are a couple of links. One is more important than the other. That link is the Patreon. That is quite possibly the future of the channel. So you can join as free member. Won't cost you anything, and at least you'll know where it's at later on. So we're going to take this over to the desk. We're going to take a closer look at the packaging, and then we're going to take a look at the product inside. Back in a moment. Okay, and here we are. So you have basically the standard Swedish snus can. That is a sticker on a plastic catch lid for used portions. They do come in handy from time to time, even for someone like me. All right. And then you have banding. And on this one, I forgot to remove the side. Okay, so what I was going to say to all of you that may order through a place like Snus Central, which is where this product came from, I have no affiliation with them. They are now adding warning labels, English warning label stickers to everything, which is why you see the edges of this top sticker a little goofed up, because they're hard to get off. Sometimes they're easy, a lot of times they're hard. And they also have them on the sides. They've added one across here, and I missed it. So let's see. I will show you what I mean. This is probably going to be easy to take this one off. Yes, it is easy. But they are adding them after manufacture at the online retailers. So you have large branding, more Swedish flag color. You have the Swedish warning label, smaller branding, a couple moose heads, and then we're back around. Do notice, sort of like the kayak review of last week, this has a perforated tear band on it. Although this one actually, due to the coloring, you can see better and doesn't look nearly as sketchy. On the back, another Swedish warning label, and then a production date and a best before. So the production date would look to be May 14th, 2024, and the best before would appear to me to be May 13th, 2025. For the record, today's date is the 28th of December, 2024. And then this is what I was sort of going to be interested in. Okay, so they have the ingredients here, which is in Swedish. The Moose Major Wintergreen. And then a website that I have not been to. It's www.themoosesnus.com. It looks like they have an English website set up. English language. You have the barcode at the bottom. So I was interested to see if they would give nod to actually who is making this. This is actually a product of Hansa Snus, out of Sweden, of course. But they would not, unless I'm missing something in Swedish here that I'm not recognizing, they wouldn't be, they don't seem to be tipping the hat to that. So it's Hansa Snus, which is Hansa. With that, we will open up. Let's see if this can just... Yep. Gives a little bit more resistance. I think they added, well, the banding has a very paper-like feel to it. It's not rubbery like that kayak band. But also, the kayak product didn't have attachment points as wide as that. It came off a little bit too easy. And opening it up. So these are large white portions. There should be 20 to a can. The nicotine is 14 milligrams per gram. So you're all thinking, wow, I'm smelling wintergreen off this from like a foot away. Okay. So the problem here is these pouches, although large, they're wide. They're pretty well filled, but they have a wide contact area. The problem is they're not a gram a piece. And I say that because the tin, I believe, total is only 16 grams. But yet you have 20 pouches. That said, you're still going to have nicotine upwards in the area of, if my math is correct, 10 milligrams per pouch. I am getting a strong wintergreen smell off this right now. For those that are wondering, this is significantly smaller than a dip pouch. That said, it is pretty darn large for a snooze pouch. And with that, we will take it back up top. And we are back. Okay, my fingers smell like wintergreen now. I'm expecting a wintergreen blast with this. It is strong wintergreen in smell. That, again, is what you're looking at. There are 20 pouches, by the way, in the can. I am actually liking this banding, the feel of it. It's almost like paper textured. I know that sounds goofy and whatnot to make a big deal about the band, but I'm actually digging it. Anyway, here we go. Now, I am going to put this in the bottom. The reason I do that anymore is so I can get faster flavor and can judge the nicotine better. Swedish Snus goes in the top, usually. All right, that is the proper traditional way of using it. I do realize that. I am purposely not doing that. And even putting it in the bottom, I am probably still going to pause this so I can get a judge of the flavor. Right now, I'm getting immediate contact sensation and a pretty stiff wintergreen, but not harsh. There's a sweetness to it, which is a little surprising considering it's a little sweeter than I'd expect something coming out of Europe. Let me put it that way. Back in a moment. Okay, and I am back. So it almost comes off as stronger in the smell than when in the mouth. That said, coming from a guy that dips, the wintergreen I deal with isn't in a pouch almost ever outside of reviews. And I am just naturally going to get more flavor that way. As far as the flavor of the wintergreen, it's odd. It's sort of strong. It's just that you get thrown off when you smell the can because it smells really strong. And then you get it in and it's not quite meeting the expectations that you had already set with the smell off the tin, if you get what I'm saying. So, it's good. It's sort of, it's not Stoker's Fine Cut wintergreen sweet by any means, but it is sweeter than I would expect something coming out of Europe. Their flavors usually are toned, a little more refined, and they don't over-sweeten stuff. So in that way, I'm a little surprised because this comes off to me as fairly sweet. The wintergreen is definitely there, but it is not like a harsh grizzly wintergreen, or a grizzly wide cut. It doesn't have the harsh edge. It's a little bit rounded, a little sweeter than I expected. There's plenty of flavor with this. It's just smelling the can, I thought I was about to be bowled over, and I'm really not. No spitting necessary. Don't feel it is creating, due to the contact feel, some saliva, but it seems fine. I'm swallowing it. No weird throat sensation or anything like that. So all in all, is this a highly refined Swedish snus experience? I wouldn't say that. This seems like something that is being geared for the North American market, for America. That's what it seems to me. Now, they are making a point of putting, Swedish flag colors on it. They have Swedish warning labels, and Snus Central afterwards stuck the English versions on. But I'm almost, the way this is flavored and whatnot, and the way it comes off, I'm almost surprised the company didn't, during manufacture with the banding, have English warning label. It really seems like something that's geared for the American market. To me, I could be wrong. I do not work for the company. I have no affiliation with them or Snus Central. But over at Snus Central, this runs at a little under $5 a can. Obviously, you're not going to order something from Sweden, one can. But I believe it's probably, from a disper's perspective, worth it, because I don't see you needing to double up pouches with this for nicotine content anyway. Maybe for feel, but that would be a lot of you'd be looking at upwards of 24, 25 milligrams. So you'd have to buy a number, or you'd have to put an order together. You don't want to buy one can. It's going to cost you God knows what non-shipping. But as for the base price for the can, which it may be not a dollar. I am sorry I said that. $4.69 for a can. You're going to get, unless you have a real high nicotine tolerance, you're going to get 20 dips out of it. Which, I don't know about you, but I can't say that about any can of long cut. I can't get 20 out of that. The flavor comes through fine for pouch. The flavor, considering this is a pouched product, there's a lot of flavor. They even got the pouch part right. But it depends. It all depends on you, the viewer, whether you can deal with pouches, whether you want to deal with pouches, whether you have interest in other snus products where you could put together an order. I don't suggest saying, hey, Suit said this was, excellent stuff, and I'll probably like it. Let me get 2 rolls. I'm usually pretty dead on, but everybody's different, and you are not me, and I am not you, so I wouldn't suggest that. But you get what I'm saying. Anyway, this has been my review of the Moose Major Wintergreen. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do thank you for watching. As always, do take care of yourselves, and God bless.